But in a fun update and a fun twist, and I did not think we were going to get this, and I'm surprised that we did, Judge Lehman has ruled yes on the Taylor Swift text messages. Now, we went back and forth on this, showing you that she was fighting, and I mean, Blake Lively and Ryan had been fighting tooth and nail not to allow these messages to get into the hands of Team Baldoni. And essentially, they radically filed this protective order, like, no, you cannot get this. And then I told you that behind the scenes, very willing to abide by any subpoena. And now Judge Lehman has ruled fair game, okay? And here is the reason why he is ruling fair game. Scott, if we can pull up page 3 of his ruling, I think is where it is. Guys, don't mind my squint. I swear it's a light, and sometimes it's hard for me to see it. Okay, so he is saying, if you see, Lively alleges that Baldoni and Heath harassed her in numerous ways during work on It Ends With Us, and that her concerns about her behavior began, quote, early in pre-production and production process, and that she expressed these concerns in, quote, contemporaneous messages. He goes on to say, given that Lively has represented that Swift had knowledge of complaints or discussions about the working environment on the film, among other issues, the requests for messages with Swift regarding the film and this action are reasonably tailored to discover information that would prove or disprove Lively's harassment and retaliation claims. So this is really funny, because this is basically what's happening is she's getting her due justice in trying to represent that Taylor Swift was her dragon. And she loved to use Taylor Swift's name. She's name dropping her. Ryan Reynolds is name dropping her. They've been name dropping Taylor Swift to Justin Baldoni just to get whatever it is that they want. And you'll realize one day, said Ryan Reynolds, that there's a reason that Tay-Tay trusts her so much. And they're bringing Taylor to the house and having her look at the script. She's represented so much that Taylor Swift was involved with this movie one way or another. And in her initial filing, she said, I've got so many messages. I've got witnesses, contemporaneous messages that prove what I was feeling like at this time when this was going down. So you yourself, because you humble bragged the entire time about your closeness with Taylor Swift, one of your dragons, have now made her relevant. And I love that. I love that. Justice right there is sweet. It's like you grifted too close to the sun, baby girl, you know? And now Judge Lehman is going to allow it. And I cannot wait, because I said from the very beginning, whatever is in those messages, it completely has Blake Lively terrified. So terrified, in fact, that according to Scott Swift, she specifically asked Taylor Swift to delete some messages, and Taylor Swift would not have done that because she is not an idiot, okay? You can say what you want about her. That girl did not get to where she is at in life by being a dummy. And she would not have deleted them. She would have shown them to a lawyer, showed it to her PR, showed it to Daddy Swift, and they would have said, hold on, when somebody is asking you to commit a crime, you don't. And now we know that Scott Swift also said, here's the dates. These are the messages that you're looking for. And guys, what can I say here other than game on, game on. I am giddy. You should be giddy. And this does still feel to me like some justice for Justin. It really does. And it is sad that the New York Times is never held accountable for the lies that they tell. But I think that this case happening is good, because there are so many people who, like me, and I'm including myself in this, grew up believing that they were the truth. Like these were people were fighting the fourth. They represent the fourth estate. You know, the press exists so that we can keep the government in check. And now you recognize they are the government. And the question we should be asking ourselves is, who then was powerful enough to have the New York Times do that to Justin, and why? Right? Because that person's got to be a big person. Maybe it's someone like Ari Emanuel. I could see him. He's got a pretty powerful family there, and Blake and Ryan were his clients. But whatever happened to Justin Baldoni, very powerful people were behind it. Very powerful people were able to get the ball rolling at the New York Times, to destroy him and to take away his publishing rights. And unfortunately, there's not going to be justice in regards to the New York Times. We're not going to find out who those people are, but there should still be justice against Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. So that's all I'm going to say about that before we get into Tyler Perry.